Hi, folks. Welcome to Celebrity Cars. What do you think of this? 1963 Chevy Nova panel delivery. Okay, couple quick facts that I've found out that we're gonna blow right out of the water right away. Number one is, obviously, hopefully, this is all steel. The hood's steel, fenders are steel, top is steel, the rear quarters are steel, with a small asterisk, which I'll get to in just a moment. These side panels are not, okay? Fiberglass, and the end result, and the only real damage on this vehicle that's any kind of substantial, unfortunately, is a crack from here to here on this side of this fiberglass panel. And then over here on this side, unfortunately, on the fiberglass panel, there's a crack here as well. Now, you folks at home that are thinking this vehicle is pretty cool, if you can see past that, boy, this had to have not have been completed not that long ago. And if it was barely driven or very carefully driven, because this is in shockingly good shape. I do have more info though, that little asterisk I mentioned. I walked around this entire vehicle with a magnet. And the only slight bondo that I found that it must be is right here in this area. Now, I've stuck my hand under here. I'm gonna do this with you folks. And man, it just feels like a new build. My hands are barely dirty. I don't feel anything funny down there, things that don't match up or anything like that. What other car dealership is gonna go out of their way to tell you these things? It's great news. I mean, find how many of these are out there in the world, and just a little bit right there. I don't know what happened, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a body shop guy, I'm not a paint guy, but I will tell you, my eyes on this, except for this, and unfortunately the one on the other side, there's a small blotch in the probably all original rear window back here. See this? This has got to be all original. Every time you open this up, the window goes down. And it's got, it's probably had an old tint done to it maybe, and it's been banged up quite a bit, or maybe this is the original rear glass and this is the tint that was put on it when, I don't know, whatever. It shows some wear, okay? Nothing, this is all smooth. Nothing's jagged here. There's no big cuts in the, it is what it is. It's just in that tint, I believe. It could be scratches in the glass as well. I don't really know, but I'll bet it's not very easy to find that glass, so they left it alone. Smart. Okay, normally I start up front here on every vehicle. We're gonna get back to the basics here, and it's just really easy. Up front here, this hood, I wish it lined up just a little bit better. There's a small step here, and over here on this side, it's an even smaller step, so it lines up a little bit better here. I don't know, you body guys do some adjustments, it might fit just perfect, but I'm just pointing that out. Folks, this entire hood, pearl white paint, silver inseams to the cowl hood. There's nothing wrong with this paint. It's beautiful. There's no scratches in the clear coat. The sparkle's beautiful, and it's just really, really pleasant and really sharp to look at. Come on down here. I like to rate my chrome when it comes in here, and folks, this isn't very far off. I never give anything 100, but like a 99.95. This bumper is beautiful. It's nice and straight. There's not a mark on it, and it's what we all dream about. Not having to send our chrome to some fancy company on the other side of the planet, probably at this point, to get things re-chromed. It's beautiful. You're all ready to go. It's other Nova owners would be jealous of this bumper. The front headlights are in beautiful shape. The chrome around the front headlights, exactly what they're supposed to be, and they're in beautiful shape. They are chromed as well, and I give them, boy, yeah, good, boy, I don't know. You could see it. Quincy's showing you real well on camera there. It's a beautiful shape. Now, before we open the hood too, Quincy, can you see in through this grill? See all these, you know, shiny, brand new parts and all that stuff to open the hood? There's the horn over there. I'm just teasing you folks at home. It's beautiful, folks. There's just not a whole lot wrong with this thing except what I've showed. Okay, let's work our way down the passenger side if we could. All up here, all of this is in beautiful shape. All these vents right here, you know, when people paint, you get a lot of bubbles and stuff because people don't pay attention to this kind of stuff. This is very clean, very nicely done, nice and smooth paint. Beautiful. While we're here, look at the side of the windshield up front. Boy. And look at the top of the dash in here as well. It's really sharp. Nicely done. All in these grooves here. This rubber is got to be close to new. I think this windshield's not too far off from new as well somehow. I guess they sell these parts, but this is nice, gummy, fresh sealant or molding around the windshield. And the chrome pieces, exactly what they're supposed to look like. They're not the bright, shiny chrome. They're more the aluminum shine, which is just perfect, just same as the windshield wipers, and they seem to be in really good shape as well. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see all of this in a resto mod in a fun car that was just done and see it done very cleanly, and I'm happy to talk about it. Okay, up on the roof, I've looked up here to the pearl paint. It's beautiful. The roof rack, it's beautiful. Very little, if any, patina showing on this roof rack. Obviously, it's been freshly painted, and it's beautiful. These rubbers across the top, so the suitcase doesn't bang things up, is in great shape as well. The molding around the top here, this is all nice and straight. There aren't any weird things in the paint. Unfortunately, I know. Here we go, back to that scratch again. We're going to go down and back up, Quincy, if that's okay. Down here, folks, it's all steel. Steel, 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 steel. Board straight. Beautiful, beautiful paint job. All the body parts line up all the way down here. They have the that extra paint down here, that beaded paint. You paint guys call this something down here. This is a little extra for road wear and all that kind of stuff. And boy, it's beautiful. This juncture right here. Look at this. This is beautiful. Over here, I don't know. Find something to match better and line up better. I mean, you could be really picky here, but there's nothing protruding out. It's just in beautiful shape. Folks, no dings, no dents, no nothing. Side of the bumper here, nobody hit anything. Let's go quick down here to the wheel. American Racing wheel, I think that's what this is. I can't read, I'm upside down. It's not that, it's something else. But anyway, there's the wheel, tire, good shape. And back here, you got these great big fat suckers. And oh, look at that. It's probably a little representation of what the rear end might be in this car, as well as the whole rear axle. Pretty cool. Beautiful wheel and tire. Okay, exhaust tip sticking out back there. Let's look at the back since we're back here. Folks, this back bumper too. Super lucky, man. Look at this back bumper. It's beautiful. No bangs, no dings, no little beads of any kind of wear, patina. Is fabulous. I don't even know how to open this back. Do I have the keys in my pocket? Oh, here we go. This is where the patina comes in, folks. See this? All along here, where the Chevrolet is. This is real patina, and it's the first time it's showing on this vehicle, on this little piece of chrome right here. You get what I'm saying at home, and you know what I'm talking about. This is the only piece so far that I've come across that's got some extra patina to it. All right, let's see what happens when we do this. Okay, nobody at home's allowed to laugh at me because we don't run into 1963. Shut up. Isn't that neato? Does it go back up? Oh, come on. That's awesome. Hey, sorry, sit at home and laugh at me all you want, old guys that knew this was gonna happen. That's awesome. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it down for a minute and pull the key out. In case you were wondering if that works or not, I think this does this. Well, I'm just doing a bunch of guessing right now. And look at all these inseams here, if you will. The new brackets, clean bolts. Super nice build back here, folks. You just got a, simple piece of, got a car cover. Don't need that right now. Awesome. What's in there? I never care what's in things. There you go. Just a little insight on the build. Nice and clean. Dang. I'm starting to really like this thing, Quince. Okay, close that up. Boy, isn't this something? Yeah, now I know why I didn't mess with this, Quincy. I don't want to screw around with this operation. Just leave that the heck in there. Outstanding. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to try and get it back up. You know what? I'm going to leave it open. Just going to leave it open. Let's keep going. All up here, folks. It's beautiful. There's no blip in the paint. There's nothing. Unfortunately, once again, just in case you missed my opening, there's a small in the fiberglass right there. It's a bummer, but dang. Okay, this is where we got a little bit of something, but it's smooth, absolutely smooth. This is all steel, and then a little something. Okay, steel all the way down, steel, all this whole corner is wonderful. Look at this lineup. I don't know how you get a whole lot better, folks. That's the little marks from getting in and out of the car, just made them go away, probably me. Nice steel, lines up beautifully. All one pearl paint. There's no signs whatsoever on this vehicle. It's like, they drove it for a while, they banged up a fender, and they went back and painted it. I can't see anything. Okay, so it's all one paint, all great. Okay, over here, dashboard, windshield. This has got to be a new windshield. Same story. It's beautiful. All right. Now, another thing, too. I don't know if this thing has poppers. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. Don't close this window. You won't be able to get in. There's no door handles if you haven't noticed by now. Okay. All right. Interior. Quincy, come on over here. Look at this with me real quick. Is that some goop? Yep, that's some goop. So now in here, you've got silver pearl, we'll call it. This whole door panel's beautiful. Got a slight discoloration on this sill right here. This feels like it to be some kind of piece of really thick plastic. Looks to be very easily replaced if you needed to do it. Not to be picky, but underneath here in this paint, right above this chrome, is a little bubbling of the paint when this was painted. So little teardrops down here along this side. Hey, is what it is, but it's certainly not bad. This is beautiful, totally solid. This is nice down here. Is that a reflection? Beautiful. And I'm gonna move out of the way. These obviously operate your power windows up and down. Oh, and they're just going to work right now without even asking, and they work awesome. Passenger side, there it goes. Power windows work great. Folks, this the whole thing here. This is it's smooth, it's straight. There's not any weird things going on. There's no bad body works, signals, none of that. It looks awesome. Now, Quincy, if you could stay over my right shoulder, I want to show you, folks, we never get this anymore. Look at this. Floor lights, rear window, windshield wipers, headlights, interior, vent, hood release. Whoever built this labeled everything. Once we get in here and we play with this a little bit more, once we get cruising down the road, we'll go over all the gauges and all that kind of stuff. But folks, look at this seat. There's little to no wear whatsoever. Seat belts are all here ready to go. All down here has been nicely cleaned and detailed. There's no rust. There's no rust anywhere. There's no signs of any kind of rust in this car. Underneath the floor mat, this carpet is in beautiful shape. Kind of sort of looks new as well. Floor mats look like they've been around for a while, but they're appropriate. Nova SS. Isn't this something? Now, before I go any further, I want to show you folks something. I'm going to let this door close because we can, because the door's open. I want to show you this book real quick. 1963 Nova Panel Delivery Book. Now, we're not going to get too, because there's some names and stuff like here, people own it, but hey, look at this. Oh, This is basically all the receipts and all the directions of what was done with the carburetor, with the rear end, FedEx delivery packages, the dashboard, how it was wired. All the receipts go along with all the stuff. The vintage air system, the fancy carburation, the interior I was just talking about is $1,600 worth of interior work there. Comp cams, CarQuest, Ron Francis wiring, steel, Classic Industries for parts. What is this? The distributor install from Renegade, retrofit steering column from I Did It, Northern radiator. So all these quality parts in this book. I think there's only one book. You can give us a call and we can find out more things. Total history, all kinds of neato stuff that go along with this. Okay, now we finished up that side. We don't need to look at the wheels over there, Quincy, because we know that most of this thing is new. But got a little patina here on these original Fisher aluminum pans that go down the side, door sills, if you will. Look how nice this is. Some of the stuff, I don't know, my hands are getting a little dirty. I don't even want to touch it. The same plastic plate over here. No paint run down here on this side. Now I feel bad I brought it up over there. You wouldn't be able to see it unless you were down here doing this, folks. So don't get excited about what I told you about over there. And we're getting another good look at the dashboard. We're going to look at this a lot better outside in the sunlight. Quincy, can you go over here, please? Look back this direction. And I'm going to take this really cool seat, find out how it folds down. Give me a moment. Here it is. I found it. And I know the lighting isn't very good, but just look in the back seat there. You got room for everybody. Huh? We got room for plenty of passengers, and the seats do fold down. And you could put your skis in here. You could put groceries in here. Jeez. Probably camp in here if you're careful. Super, super nice. Okay. Can't wait. Let's look at this engine. Now go to celebritycars.com. You want to find out how many owners any history this car's had. And probably what the engine size is, unless it's written right on it, because I'm not really sure exactly what the engine size is completely just yet. I do know that in order to open this hood, found it. Super easy. Super smooth, raising the hood, stays right on its hinges. Don't need to prop it up. Look at this, goodness gracious. Custom. Nice color, really nice build. Everything's super clean like we talked about. Definitely an upgraded radiator. Your vintage air system. And all those pieces of paper I just whipped through in that book over there. Look at it, here's all the stuff. There's your Holly, there's your B&M. Just never ending. It's great, Look at this hood up. Look at this. Auto metal direct hood. Total steel, beautiful, pretty much brand new condition. You know what, Quincy, let me start it. Why are you standing there? And a couple other things that I don't normally do. Okay, wrong key. There are 2 sets of keys for this vehicle. Fuel injection system, this thing starts up every time.
And we got film.
Radio works good. I haven't been able to find out if the stereo system has speakers in the back yet or not. I'll let you hear. Sounds awesome. Yeah, there's a fancy sound system in here. There's cruise control buttons in here. There's another label over here that I won't be able to read earlier or later on when we drive this down the road. Air conditioner, fan controls. Nothing going on inside the glove box. Opens and closes nicely. How about that? This is really nice. Okay, up next, we're gonna go for a ride down the street. We're gonna hop on the brakes. We're gonna give it a little gas. We're gonna see what happens. From what I understand, this is a fairly new build. Might have a couple little things we need to tighten up or work on, all those kinds of things. But we're gonna find out when we hit the brakes and we turn the steering wheel and we go for a cruise down the street. We'll be right back. Hi folks, so we're out in the 1963 Chevy Nova wagon. And I'm grinning from ear to ear in this one because this is just, I just went over a couple things right before we started filming, make sure I knew what button was where, and I don't have them all concrete yet, but it's close enough. I'm gonna put the key in the ignition, and boy, this thing all day long today, cold start all week long, starts right up. Starts right up every time. Your air conditioning, I don't know, Quincy, if you can pull this off or not, but the air conditioning on is down here, cold, hot. This is all the way turned off, and you got all the air conditioning is, I believe it's the old air conditioning, vintage air, and it works really good. We're gonna leave it on because it's getting kind of hot. Every gauge seems to work. The water, the volts, the oil, fuel gauge. And let's see, and that, like we went over before, everything's labeled really well. But I promised to go for a ride around the block. It's an automatic car, even though it looks like it's got a shifter down here. My foot's on the brake. I'm down in the drive, and off we go. Super smooth ride. I'm gonna hit the brakes here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, yeah, old school brakes. I'm not really sure what kind of brakes they are. We didn't go over that just yet. There's a video of the undercarriage. You can check that stuff out. I kind of forget. But I am gonna check one thing here. Quincy, you stay right here. I don't mind. I wanna make sure the hood's down because the hood doesn't line up completely perfect when you put it down. But folks, I really think it can be adjusted. We kind of talked about it. I just want to make sure it is down before we drive any further. Just as I thought, but I didn't want to take any chances. Okay, completely down. Foot's back on the brake. And off we go. Acceleration, transmission, everything is super, super duper smooth. The steering wheel, as if you wanted to go perfectly straight, isn't really lined up. It's kind of turned to the right a little bit. I'm being very picky because I just went over speed bump number 1 and I didn't even feel it. Here's speed bump number 2. No loud squeaky going over. It's just wonderful. Back on the brake. All right, I'm gonna hit this gas pedal, off we go. Whoa. Air conditioning really works great. It's all pushing through the car right now. Windows are down. If I let go of the steering wheel, it wants to go to the left. Kind of really hard. Okay, so folks, I just put my foot on the brakes, and from doing about 45 miles an hour, and the front two tires started squealing a bit. There's some balancing that needs to be done. Simple as that. I mean, folks, this doesn't look like it's been around very long. This entire build is actually really pretty, and I would presume there might be a couple things that need to be adjusted. Just laying it out there. I mean, it's too cool of a car to pass up just because it's got doing just a couple little alignment things. I don't think the car was smacked around or anything like that. It's, you got great big tires in the back and little itty bitty ones up front. You're gonna have some alignment things. All right, back on the gas. It's actually pretty darn fast, folks. Now, I didn't just get on it right now. It's not my car. I'm not gonna beat the crap out of it, but plenty of power. I'll put my foot back on the brakes. So they quieted down a bit. But overall, the steering is super smooth. There's no effort to make the steering wheel go back and forth. It's just a little loose. Small tires in the front, great big rear tires. So, just being honest, that's the way we roll. My water temperature right now, after cruising around, sitting right at 180. It doesn't look like it's going to move any further. The volts are right around 14, exactly where they need to be. Oil pressure is just doing all of its perfect things. And let's hit the gas here real quick. Yeah, this is it's not all just look, folks. It's got some go. But very happy with this car. Just needs a couple little things, folks. 702-818-1031. Give us a call. Come see it. This is one of those you should come see it. And make sure you check out the undercarriage video as well. It's not so bad under there at all. Park brakes down here. We're all in good shape. Oh, we didn't play with radio, Quincy. Seems to work just fine. Hey, Quincy, look, a CD player. Know what that is? Yeah. All right, folks. Be good. Give us a call. 702-818-1031. See you next time.